Wie geht es dir?
Gut, und wie geht es dir?
Gut.
Wo kommst du her?
Whoa is where I'm from.
yeah.
Yes, I'm from the Netherlands. I'm from Tilburg. It's not that far away. It's not that far away.
Oh yeah, we're playing Silver
013.
in November.
Is it Poppodium 013?
Yeah,
Well, you don't know.
No,
We
it's
only
not
have one.
Poppodium,
Like,
This zero.
yeah, 013.
Yeah.
Yeah. This a really big venue.
Is it?
Good.
Okay,
Yeah.
no pressure.
Yeah. Sorry.
Tickets
It's a nice one.
Tickets are still available. You can.
If you want to catch up, go buy tickets for their Tilburg show.
Tour.lotofthelost.de.
How are you guys doing?
Marvelous.
We're fine.
Fantastic.
Yes.
A little bit tired, maybe.
Yes.
We got up at 3 and we were at the airport at 4 to go here early because we're Germans, we are on time and very early, first in the hall. No, we're fine. We're excited. Everyone asks us like, how exciting is Eurovision for you? And we're like, we don't know yet because it's
It hasn't started yet.
it hasn't really started yet. This is just a foreplay, but we can say we're very much into the foreplay.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. It's very important. It's very important. Yeah.
We're gentle.
So, can you tell me a little bit about the songwriting process? Like, how did it start? What is the inspiration behind the song?
Okay, I try to make it quick because there's like 2 elements. Element 1 is there's a photo book from the 70s from the English photographer Mick Rock called Blood and Glitter, a book that someone gave to me like 20 years ago, and I always found the title super inspiring. And a couple of years back I told the guys, hey, do you think that might be material for an album concept, especially for a visual concept? And we all agreed on it and we loved it. And in summer 2021, I got together with a friend from another band to write the music for Blood and Glitter. And we didn't even think about like giving the song to Eurovision later, but we were like, what happens when you write a song and you try to write a song with a stage show in your head? So you start with like just the vocals and the piano, and you see me and the ray of light, and then you see P playing the guitar, and then light and hell breaks loose, and every breakdown, every whatever, you always try to write it with like a live show in your head for a Eurovision stage, and you try to keep the Eurovision length, and we did that. So it was an experiment, and then finally, like 1.5 years later, this song becomes a Eurovision song, which was not planned.
Not planned, but it's welcome.
Yeah, it was not planned, but it was somehow planned. So it was like, if you want to believe in fate, well, here you go. I don't, but if you want to, here you go.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't another part of the idea also to basically compile the essence of Lord of the Lost, like all the different elements within like, well, the shortest possible, like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So basically everything that makes Lord of the Lost, all the, the very quiet bits, the piano-ridden bits, the screaming parts, the heavy riffs, basically everything except for maybe the orchestral part is really compiled in these 3 minutes.
We wanted to
Essence.
be the song like this, where you go like, hi, we're Lord of the Lost, and that's the song actually. When you know that song, you kind of understand what it's about.
This is really nice. So I can imagine we can expect like a lot of big. Okay, so I'm gonna do that again because they ambushed it. So I imagine we can expect like a really big show on the Eurovision stage then, right? Because it is written for a big show. Can you tell us a little bit something like tip of the iceberg what we can expect on a Liverpool stage?
We have 75 ballet dancers with green costumes.
I have a feeling this is a joke because you're laughing really hard.
He's just sitting on a bar stool with an acoustic guitar and performing a whole different song.
Yeah.
No, actually, like for everybody who's seen the German finals, or you can check it on YouTube, it's gonna be evolved from there. So it's gonna be basically the same thing but bigger. Because the thing is, we want to be seen as a rock band. So we want like show elements that feel artificial for us in the show. So we want this live energy. So this is why we keep it like that. But of course the outfits will be a little more sexy, showing a little more skin. Yeah.
I'm really excited to see it now.
He's getting some breast implants.
Oh, really? What size?
Yes.
Sorry. No,
We've moved on from foreplay
yeah,
to this.
please, please don't put this in your documentary. But he's getting his dick removed and all these kind of things.
I don't know if there are kids watching, but I don't think so. You,
Totally fine to do that.
It's a good upbringing. Yeah.
No, it's to be serious. It's gonna be like the preliminary decision, but bigger, everything.
bigger is better, right?
You say so?
This is going in the wrong direction.
I don't know. You started the direction, so you tell me, is bigger better?
Sometimes.
When?
It's not about the size, it's what you do with it.
It's about the taste, right?
Yes, exactly. So you were talking about bands. Now you want to be seen as a rock band. I think you're doing a great
We were
job.
talking about music, right?
Music, yes. And bands. Like you said, you wanted to be seen as a rock band. I think you're doing a great job with that. But there are a lot of other bands this year at Eurovision. Does that give you extra pressure to be like, no, but we're the best band, or
In general,
extra fun?
In general, we don't like this competition thing because I mean, of course, it's a contest and there has to be a winner, but there's definitely in the end no loser. And it's not about. I mean, it's music. Music was not invented to be against each other. You're playing music together, and I mean the theme of Eurovision in this year is united by music. So be it against each other and all this competition stuff is usually not our thing. So we're just here to have a lot of fun.
And if I think about the competitive character of it, I don't see the other bands or rock bands as a bigger competitor than solo artists, because in the end people decide which song moves them the most. So it's not like, okay, here comes Loreen, what the fuck, but there's a band, oh no, you know. It's like,
It happens sometimes.
Also, from every artist, it doesn't matter if it's a band or not, you can draw a lot of inspiration from them. Whatever they're doing on stage, whatever they're doing in their song, what they're saying in their song. So,
Who is your biggest inspiration as a band?
we don't have
Too many.
You know, it's so. I always say it's the biggest inspiration might always be the things you don't really recognize, because everything, even this talk right now, might be inspire me tomorrow for something I will never recognize. So, but of course, if I break it down, I always come back to the things that I listened to in my childhood, which would be mostly Roxette and Michael Jackson and things like that. So, you know.
and a lot of things you also realize in retrospect. When we talked about Blood and Glitter being a song that's made for a live stage and everything, but essentially when you listen to the whole album, which is called Blood and Glitter, you're listening to songs, and we realized that afterwards, which all carry this live energy, and which all are meant to be played on the stage. So in retrospect, it was like maybe the inspiration to finally go on stage again, because we started writing that album in 2021.
You couldn't get on stage then.
Blood and Glitter could have been inspired by the lack of live concerts that we played, actually.
That sounds really poetic.
So thank you for the inspiration, Corona.
Thank you, COVID-19. And how about tonight? Are you guys feeling okay to perform tonight? Are you excited?
Yeah.
You ever been in Amsterdam before?
Yeah. Iron Maiden, I think, right?
Yeah, last year we played here with Iron Maiden, then a couple of years before we played here, then we played closer here in Amstelveen, and yeah, we played in the Netherlands a lot. Yeah.
It's a good crowd, right? Yeah.
Let's say, to be fair, it's as good as German crowd.
Fair enough.
No, it's like that means it's a good crowd, but it's not like what the fuck, how crazy are you going crowd. These are crowds you find like in Mexico.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a German crowd. It's a good crowd.
Feels like home.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's very good to hear. I wish you all the luck tonight at your performance and, of course, in Eurovision. Do you have a message for our viewers? Maybe you want to tell them something?
Oh, someone's viewing.
It's available for the show in
In Tilburg in November.
No, thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good luck.